little note in here. So
Yeah.
before we're starting fantasy right now. So if you are a fantasy football owner and you don't follow the world, like you don't watch the news, I would consider benching any 49ers or Cardinals player. They're playing in San Francisco. Who knows if they're even going to play?
Mhm.
And if they do play, supposedly the air quality is terrible. So
Yeah.
just take that into account when you're making your lineup if it's a 49ers or Cardinals player. Speaking of the Cardinals. So
Good thing I have DeAndre Hopkins.
yeah, right? I went through my lineup and made sure that I was like, let me make sure I don't have any 49ers or Cardinals players because what happens if it gets canceled? Like what do they do for like fantasy? Do they
Good
just
question.
give you like their projected points?
This is what I hate about having this many teams. I don't even know which league I have Hopkins in.
Oh, I
Okay,
agree.
I found
I
it.
agree 100%.
Never-ending season league.
I hate it. We were supposed to only do 2 fantasy leagues, and then here we are with freaking 4. I hate it. One of them's on this weird app.
Yeah, I don't know about. I could start Ruggs.
Yeah,
He might. I think Ruggs might ball against Carolina.
I'm gonna give it a week. I'm gonna give it a week.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good call though. About
A week.
what's that?
Basically, all the rookies. I'm gonna give it a week.
Well, I don't have that choice in our league with Adam because I have 3 rookie running backs.
Well, yeah, okay, I understand that, but I'm rookie running backs are a little bit more of a sure thing than rookie receivers, though.
That's true.
So I have Ruggs in a couple, I think 2 other leagues, 2 of the 4, because we have freaking 4. So I'm 100% gonna forget about the fantasy sleeper one, like in that weird app. I'm gonna forget about. It's not gonna be there. It's just gonna be the league neglect. Never gonna waiver wire, nothing. It's just gonna be there. Just wasted money.
Yeah. And I don't even. What is it even called? I don't even remember what it's called.
The fantasy
Sleeper.
Sleeper fantasy.
Lame. Just if you're in a league that's not on ESPN, you're doing it wrong. That's all I gotta say.
Bro, I was in what was it? The NFL one last. I hate.
Yeah, I was in that with you.
I hate Yahoo. I hate NFL. I hate it all. ESPN.
I agree.
I don't know. Like they just. If it's just bare bones basic or what, I don't know what it is about it. It's just so easy and nice to navigate.
Yeah, I agree. I wish I could be a little coder for that app, but you know.
Bad. Although, like, could
Someday.
it use an update? Like, maybe, like, just don't screw it up. Actually, don't update it because
Yeah, you're right.
fine the way it is. Just leave it.
Yeah.
All right. So back on topic of fantasy. So fantasy this or that. I'm gonna ask you because last time you asked me. So fantasy this or that. Start and sit. So between Terry McLaurin and Michael Gallup this week, who you starting? Who you sitting?
I'll go with McLaurin for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
I think the Eagles are gonna. I mean, I think the the football team will be playing. I didn't say it. I'm sorry. I didn't say it. I think the football team in Washington will be playing from behind a lot against the Eagles, whereas the Cowboys, I think, are gonna be playing from ahead a lot against the Rams, and also just when it's like this close, I usually just go with like target shares, and I feel like Terry McLaurin is gonna absolutely be the number one guy for Washington, obviously, and like Gallup is amazing. Like I love Michael Gallup, but obviously he's got to share some targets with Zeke and Cooper and Blake Jarwin and CeeDee Lamb, which who knows how much CeeDee Lamb will do right away. But I think I'll go with McLaurin. And plus the Eagles, well, they do have Darius Slay. But like, yeah, I'll stick with McLaurin.
All right, Terry McLaurin it is. Scary Terry. All right, so this is rookie running backs. Jonathan Taylor or Cam Akers?
I'm trying to make this decision myself.
Yeah, that's why I put it in here. Jonathan Taylor plays the Jaguars, and Cam Akers plays the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Everyone I've asked this question has told me to start Jonathan Taylor. But I'm worried, man. I'm worried because Thursday, Frank Wright came out and said we drafted Jonathan Taylor to spell Marlon Mack.
Right.
Like, that doesn't make me feel too good. As opposed to in Los Angeles, I mean, like Akers is competing with Darrell Henderson and Malcolm Brown, who both like are mediocre at best running backs. Marlon Mack is way better than either one of those guys, and I think they're both super talented. But I'm just worried again, like I said, that the Rams may be trying to play from behind quite a bit. Although I think Akers is a good receiving back, whereas the Colts are going to go into Jacksonville and blow the doors off of.
Let's just say this is a PPR league.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Jonathan Taylor's catching the ball too much, to be honest with you.
No. This is I'm so torn.
Obvious passing situations, it's going to be Marlon Mack in the game, I believe.
Or Hines.
Or Hines, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're definitely way more of a committee backfield than the Rams, but
PPR league, make your decision. Cam Akers, Jonathan Taylor this week.
I'll stick with Taylor for
Jonathan
now.
Taylor, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year, even though, who knows how many touches he's getting. All right, this week, Drew Brees or Matt Stafford, the guy you're huge on. So, Drew Brees plays the Buccaneers and Tom Brady. Could be a shootout. Could be. And Buccaneers, good defense. Or Matthew Stafford, who plays in the game nobody wants to watch, playing the Bears. Probably going to be a
good defense.
Blowout. Good defense. Might be running the ball a lot.
Why do I feel like Adrian Peterson's going to have like 200 yards on Sunday?
Is Adrian Peterson going to be Adrian Peterson again?
This is there are a lot of for the season. I would take Stafford.
I'm talking about this week.
I know. I'll probably go with. Oh man, I don't feel great about this, but I'm going to stick with Breeze for this week because I think both offenses are going to be scoring a lot, even though both of these, the Saints defense and the Bucs defense, are like going to be really good this year.
I agree.
And Chicago's defense, I mean, they should bounce back in a huge way too. And I think Chicago's defense is probably a little better than Tampa's. And Kenny Golladay might not play, so there's my tiebreaker. And even if he does play, he's going to be injured, so I'll stick with Breeze.
Yeah, I always stick with early season Drew Brees.
Yeah. Week 8 and on, you're playing Mitch Trubisky over him, but All
right, next, Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones and the Green Bay Packers going up against Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings, or Alvin Kamara, once again a Saint, going against the Buccaneers. This
is PPR?
PPR this week. Does it matter? They're like the same player.
Yeah, kind of. Kamara.
Just like that.
Because there are a couple of reasons.
Okay.
I keep seeing all this shit about Jamal Williams playing a lot for the Packers, and
he played a lot.
Also, that's true. Also, I think Kamara is trying to get that money, and the first couple weeks of the year he's going to ball.
We'll do. If he says,
I don't really.
I'm not playing because I'm not getting hurt. I want my money, and then we'll think about it.
Yeah, but he'll be all right. I think Jones is awesome, but I think Kamara's going to bounce back in a big way this year, and it's going to start on Sunday.
All right, I like them both. So,
oh yeah,
Keenan Allen with Tyrod Taylor as the quarterback, going up against Cincinnati. Cincinnati. Or DK Metcalf, on the Seattle Seahawks, going up against the Falcons. Both defenses. It's basically, do you trust Tyrod Taylor? So basically, Keenan Allen, which is basically the only weapon they have on offense receiver-wise.
Hey.
Receiver-wise,
receiver-wise,
only offensive weapon they have. Or DK Metcalf with a Tyler Lockett there, but Russ Wilson. And Chris.
I yeah. I'm gonna bet on Keenan Allen for this one. I think Terod's gonna look his way a lot very early on. Obviously, Mike Williams is out. I mean, they have Eckler and Henry still, but yeah, Mike Williams being out is huge. And I also just don't think Cincinnati has cornerbacks that can stick with Keenan. I mean, they got William Jackson's decent, but he's no. I mean, he's really not. He's not. He can't guard Keenan Allen.
He's
And then
basically betting on Tyrod Taylor as well.
yeah. And like Cincinnati's defense is really not that good. I don't care what all my stupid Bengals friends say. And I have some weird obsession with the Chargers, so that's my final reason. I just think Metcalf is awesome, but the target share there. Apparently, Russ Wilson's been talking up Greg Olsen, so even he's there.
You got Greg Olsen, you got Tyler Lockett, you got Will Disley, he's the guy that came on hard last year. You got Chris Carson. Carlos Hyde probably won't be a factor in the passing game, but it's another running back.
Philip
Dorsett, technically, yeah.
They'll have Gordon, not yet, but
at some point.
Yeah.
But is DK?
Yeah.
Or probably not. Going to be the guy.
I'll give it a couple weeks.
Yeah. So this very week you're taking Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
All right, Keenan Allen it is. All right, here we go. Okay, just let's pretend that the wildfires are not a thing. Okay.
Okay.
This one. Yeah, just pretend they're playing somewhere neutral. I didn't think about this when I put it in here. The Cleveland Browns are going to go with this Baltimore Ravens. Odell Beckham Jr. or DeAndre Hopkins with his first game with his new team. Baker Mayfield, brand new coach, brand new system, and OBJ, or brand new coach, not a brand new system to everyone else, but to him, Hopkins.
I'll go Odell.
Good boy.
I think you could definitely talk me into Hopkins the whole season, but I worry with everything that's given the shortened off season we've had and everything. Like on normal years, it's really hard for a receiver to get going on a new team early on. So like this year should be even way different. And also like I said, one of my big concerns with Hopkins going into this year is like the way they spread the ball out, like literally like, and I don't even just mean like everyone catches the ball, just like literally like they run a spread offense where everyone's spread out. Like, I don't know. It's just like, I think Hopkins and Murray are going to be great, but I think it's going to take some time. Whereas I know we have a new system in place in Cleveland, but Odell and Baker have chemistry, and all the reports from camp is Odell is ready to go, and he is going to be pissed off because he's going up against Marlon Humphrey. And after the way things went last year, he's going to shit on Marlon Humphrey's chest.
Whoa, too soon. We never actually even talked about that.
We don't need to. People get the joke.
People get it. If you saw, like, there's no way you can believe this. Look at Odell Beckham Jr. could have any girl he wants for the most part. And then look at the one girl accusing him, and then the two that host the No Jumper podcast. Like, shut up. Like,
he doesn't want no dollar store Cardi B.
Dollar store Cardi B. Let's go. All right, so here we go. Same game. Taking big swinging D Joe Burrow or the vet Tyrod Taylor.
Okay, so this was actually, believe it or not, the easiest one on this list for me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking Tyrod all day.
Really?
Yeah, because I think we're assuming a lot for a guy who has literally never played a preseason snap. Literally, he hasn't played. Like, I just cannot.
Best college statistical season of all time.
Yeah, with a guy who just lit up the Texans defense. He has. I love Joe Burrow. Don't get me wrong, but
with Joe
he might have had the best team offensively around him of any quarterback of all time in college.
Okay.
I mean, look at Clyde Edwards-Helaire Thursday. Look at Jamar Chase is going to be one of the best receiving prospects coming out next year. Everyone on their offensive line got drafted or will get drafted next year. Like Joe Brady is now an NFL offensive coordinator. I think Burrow will end up really good, but like I'm not as into the hype right away with him as a lot of people.
All right, this is your this or that. So, Tyrod Taylor.
And Tyrod Taylor has a very high floor because of his rushing ability.
All right, Tyrod Taylor. And last but not least, this week, Eric Ebron and the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against, I forget, who are they going up against?
Giants.
Yeah, the New York Giants or Austin Hooper of the Cleveland Browns going up against the Ravens.
Man, I really like Ebron this year.
I know. Fun fact, I'm pretty sure we've said this before. Eric Ebron's only been in the league for 4 years.
Yeah, it seems like
Eric
I
Ebron
know.
was like Antonio Gates getting ready to retire.
Well, yeah, it's like Keenan Allen. You know how old Keenan Allen is?
How old?
28. I thought he was like 35. Not actually 35, but I thought he was older.
That's about right. I mean, he's been in the league for what, like 6 years? 7-ish?
6 years, 7 years.
That sounds about right.
Still, I just thought he was like at least 30. It just seems like I don't know. Anyway, like Julio's 3 years older than him. That's just weird to me. I think I would probably go with Eric Ebron because the Giants defense, like we talked about last week, I can't name anyone on their defense other than Leonard Williams and Jabril Peppers. I don't know anyone else. Oh, Logan Ryan is there now too. Boo-hoo. They have horrible linebackers, can't guard tight ends. The Ravens are young at linebacker, so that might be interesting. That might be an area. Old boy Kev Stefanski tries and attacks quite a bit. He loves those tight ends. But also, I mean, Ebron has less competition for targets, I think, because Deontay Johnson's a little banged up. They have Juju. James Conner's not really a receiving back. I mean, they got James Washington, but we have Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, Kareem Hunt, Harrison Bryant, David Njoku, somewhat Nick Chubb. Like, it's just at least the very first week, I'm kind of really just betting on the fact that Baltimore's defense is really good and the Giants' defense is might be the worst defense in the NFL.
All right, Eric Ebron it is. I agree with that. All right, so that's all I had for fantasy this or that. I hope you enjoyed.
So who did you put for each of these?
Who did I? I was just kind of like, it was more or less for you to decide. But I can tell you right, probably off the top of my head right here, I would probably take Terry McLaurin, Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this Drew Brees, Matt Stafford one.
I know. That might have been my hardest one.
I'm going to say Matt Stafford. And then Aaron Jones for me, not Alvin Kamara. This Keenan Allen and DK one's really hard for me too. That's why I picked it, because I was like, well, you got Keenan Allen, who is better than DK, at least right now, but he's got Tyrod Taylor throwing to him, and then DK, when he's the only option. Then you have DK, who is not the only option by far, but he's got Russell Wilson throwing to him. So, but I would. Well, go ahead.
I think Keenan Allen is like, if I could just build a receiver to put with like the shittiest quarterback in the league, not saying Tyrod Taylor is, but like a bad quarterback, that would probably be him.
That's true. I mean, you make a good point. But yeah, I'd probably say Keenan Allen just based off the fact that he's literally probably the only receiver they have. And then OBJ, obviously, because I'm a homer.
I was gonna say, are we being homers with that pick?
I'm a homer. OBJ all day. But like you said, I'm a firm believer because for some reason in our heads we're all effed up and the Browns are gonna be amazing this year for some reason, just because we have all these weapons and we like to get our Cleveland Steamers and whatnot. OBJ and he's healthy. So, I'm just gonna bank on, he's healthy. I'm buying into all the hype and craziness. OBJ's healthy, he's gonna have a great season. He's gonna be our number one guy. not even close to Jarvis. It's going to be out of the water. So OBJ. Let's just go there.
Let's go.
I picked Joe Burrow instead of Tyrod Taylor. I think Joe Burrow is going to come out and play very well. That's me personally.
Okay.
But I could see it the other way. I
Uh-huh.
think Joe Burrow. I don't know if I think he's going to come out and go crazy, but I want him to. So I'm going to pick.
Do
Joe
you?
Burrow.
Well, you know they're in our division, right?
He's not going to be that good, but
Okay.
good enough to beat the Chargers.
Yeah.
And then I'm really banking on the Joe Burrow be great, but then I'm banking on the rest of the Bengals to suck. And then Eric Ebron over Austin Hooper. Yeah, just because all the reasons you said, the Browns have so many weapons. We have more than one tight end. He's not going to be the only one that plays, you know. So I think Eric Ebron. I like Eric Ebron. So
I have one more for you on the spot. Jarvis Landry or Cam Akers?
What? It's like running back and a receiver.
Flex.
Cam Akers, because Cam Akers is the only running back they really have. Unless Darrell Henderson plays, but I'm going to say Cam Akers.
Okay.
And that's only because I think OBJ is going to go off.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb.
All right. Chubb.
All right, good boy. Nick Chubb or Nick. Here we go. No. Let me think. J.K. Dobbins or Kareem Hunt.
Kareem.
Really?
Week one. We'll see long term, but I think I'm not betting on. I'm really not even. I'm not confident in Jonathan Taylor or Cam Akers to do much because they're rookies. Yeah. Even though Clyde Edwards-Helaire just stole the show last night. I think Kareem Hunt is going to have a bigger role in our offense than people think.
I think he's going to have a big role. I was just asking.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Not Leonard Fournette.
Ronald Jones.
Or Kareem Hunt.
Hunt.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Leonard Fournette or Kareem Hunt?
Fournette.
One.
Bro, I'm like a weird quasi Fournette fan. I don't even know how to explain it, but for some reason I just think Fournette's really good. I don't. Can we just say stay the hell away from Tampa Bay's backfield?
We just say stay away from the Cleveland Browns backfield?
No. I'd probably take Hunt. I'd take Hunt over Fournette.
All right. Well, settles that.
Just stay away from Tampa Bay because, I feel like at least in Cleveland, Chubb and Hunt kind of have more defined roles, and they actually might be on the field together quite a bit. I feel like in Tampa, it's either going to be Fournette or Jones.
Yeah, maybe. I think Ronald Jones will kind of play that Kareem Hunt role.
Ish. Yeah, but he's not. He's no Hunt. He's nothing like. I mean, he plays similar role, but I'm just saying he's not.
Yeah, or third back role.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know what's going to happen is on Sunday, LaShawn McCoy is going to look like his old self and rush for 200 yards.
For some odd reason, LaShawn McCoy is going to start the game and be in for the entire game.
Yep.
What the hell is happening?
Oh, man.
Why did you sign Leonard Fournette? Arians is like, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't sign him.
Yeah.
So we're good with fantasy. Hopefully that helps you with fantasy.